Call Me Limited obtained a license to operate telecommunication services on 5/8/2009 for a period of 12 years for a sum of rupees 12 lakh. What would be the amount of deduction available to the company under section 35ABB in case where A. the entire payment is made on 5/8/2009, B. only 6 lakh was paid on the date of acquisition, while balance 6 lakh will be paid during 2013-14. We'll assume that this is financial year. Now, in case of payment made for acquisition of a license to run telecom services, the entire amount paid, please note, paid is what is important, is allowed as a deduction over the terms of the license. What this means is that whenever you make a payment, on that date you consider what is the life of the license which is left, and whatever amount is paid, that divided by this life is allowed as a deduction going forward, right? Now if I look at case A, what else it is? It says the entire payment is made on 5/8/2009, which means financial year 2009-10, we made a payment of 12 lakh to obtain a license which is useful for 12 years, right? So the deduction available per year will be how much? It will be equal to the total payment divided by number of years remaining for license. Please note, this is crucial. You have to see how many number of years are left on the date on when the payment is made. In this case, it is 12 years and the amount paid is 12 lakh. So 1 lakh rupees will be allowed as a deduction for 12 years beginning with financial year 2009-2010, right? This was insofar as case A is concerned. Now case B says only rupees 6 lakh was paid on the date of acquisition, while the balance 6 lakh would be paid during financial year 13-14. So now in this case, in B, what is happening is that during financial year 2009-10, you are making a payment of 6 lakh, right? And the year when you made the payment, there were how many years which were left? 12 years were remaining for the license. Therefore, the annual deduction for this will be 6 lakh divided by 12 is equal to 50,000, right? Now, the balance payment of 6 lakh is made during financial year 13-14, right? So, in financial year 13-14, how many years are left? So 9-10 is 1, 10-11 is 1, 11-12 is 1, 12-13 is 1, right? So 4 years have passed. So if you make a payment in 13-14, effectively 8 years are left, right? So in financial year 13-14, you make a payment of 6 lakh, while the number of years of license which were left were 8. So the annual deduction will be 6 lakh divided by 8, right? This will give you 7, 5, 1, 2, 3, 75,000 per year. Now, if I were to ask you what is the annual payment which was being done, you know, during 9-10, okay, let me just do it out here only. 9-10, you get a deduction for 50,000. 10-11, you get 50,000. 11-12, you get 50,000. 12-13, you get 50,000. 13-14, you get 50,000 of deduction out of the first payment plus 75,000 out of the second payment, right? So the total deduction during 13-14 is going to be 1,25,000, and similarly will be the case for 14-15 onwards. Each year you will get a deduction for 1,25,000. So the only thing which was relevant here was you need to see when was the payment made, right? And how many number of years were remaining for the license after the year when the, or actually from the year when the payment was made, and then accordingly divide the amounts.